Welcome back, Five Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, Five Aces here. This is it. Welcome to the new casting headquarters, located at the westernmost point of the Austrian Alps. I moved to the other side of the country and move out as complete. This is also a transformative cast because this is gonna be the very last match or series in season 12 of RAGL. It has been a fruitful and eventful season, and the two players in question have stood above the rest, well above the rest that is. We've got in the top left corner, spawning as the Brits, Mr. Redden, aka Blackened. And his opponent, the as of yet undefeated Despro. Kind of a surprise. He has always been strong as far as I've been observing his games, but he was just indomitable throughout this entire season. Not a single map was dropped throughout the entire regular season, and now let's see if we can continue his streak in the playoffs. Thus far, no one has bested him. No one has taken even one single map off of him. Is this streak gonna hold, or is Despro gonna have different plans here? The map in question for the Overture is Summer Camp, as is evidenced here by this little summer camp in the middle. Otherwise, they're a feature barren map, but I like it. It has a nice ring around, nice theme, nice flavoring. Yeah, so if you don't like the new setup here in the background, then suck it up, Buttercup. No, seriously though, this is something that is gonna improve. It's bound to improve over time because we have moved, but we haven't yet found time to really get ourselves comfy. And I'm gonna be making some changes here and there. I'm also probably gonna do something about the curtains so that there's actually gonna be a reliable green screen in the background rather than just a curtain hanging off the walls. This is my new office space, which is a bit limited compared to the previous one, which was essentially just a living room repurposed, but we're gonna make do for now. Alrighty, super infantry-centric and infantry dense composition coming out of Despro yet. He's also added a medic to the mix, which is, or two medics even, 3, which is something I really like. Oh, it's 4, wow, 800 credits sunk into medics. Oh, has a nice ring to it here. And regular builds for both players. It is gonna be 1 double ref into War Factory. We're gonna have a 3rd refinery on the way. Despro going for a light tank, and Blackened forfeiting a light vehicle. It's a bit risky, let's be honest here. Let's not pussyfoot around that. 2 rifles poking at the Lyric. Alright, good luck with that, my friends. Despro smartly sending in only 1 guy because this may be a trap that could be sprung at any given time. Nice, gets the jump on this. Does not overcommit, not even with that 1 rifle. Such cautious play. Sneaky engineer, a ninja-neer from Blackened. And so much infantry, plus the light tank. I think the light tank is gonna be the kingmaker. If it manages to break up the formation without dying to rocket soldiers immediately, then that's gonna be bad news. I think Despro must know that there is something afoot here. Oh, because he was immediately going towards the Lyrics, just assuming that oh, that's so good. That is incredibly well played. What a route. He did not overcommit into the rockets. Rather than that, he just inched his way forward, spotted the rocket soldiers with the light tank. That's micro to perfection. Gets the first oil lyric, gets some veterancy, some stripes. Look at the light tank micro. Okay, cast his curse. But he still manages to clean out the entire infantry battalion. That is an amazing haul. Ranger surviving, but barely. With that out of the way, combat tab, 4.6k over 2.3k, so essentially killed twice as much. Losing only his light vehicle and a couple rifles. Very, very nice trade. Those rifles are back, just 1 heavy duty, but being reduced to 1 for now. And yeah, service deepers are online. First medium tank is out for Blackened. What about Despro? Should be a little behind in the, oh, an engineer coming in hot. Should be a little behind here, because he opted for a light tank, but that's fine. Establishes his expansion. Oh, there's a back tech to a light tank for Blackened as well, so I guess he just had some time to kill in the production queue from between his getting his service depot online and getting the first MCV out, so just opted for a random light tank. Little wind-up toy. RC-controlled tank. There's gonna be one guy in the factory controlling that thing. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is, I think, a best of 5 as well? Maybe best of 7? No, should be best of 5, by all accounts. Army values are relatively even now. Let's go back to the production tab, because this is where usually the fun happens. What? Excuse me? That was a super late expansion MCV. So, that is a pushing army for Blackened, but that didn't find anything. He managed to completely miss the army. That's a whiff. This is gonna set him behind really hard now. Because he doesn't have an expansion at a timing where he should well and truly have an expansion online already. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. Just manages to establish his expansion now. So that's already probably 2 minutes of mining time, or at least a minute of mining time for Despro, who's also going for a double war factory. Oh, that's gonna spike. That's gonna be a wild ride. The economics graph is gonna be going harder than the inverse of whatever the hell the inverse of crypto is at the moment. Oh no, the double is this actually happening? No. No. Is he getting ninja-neared? Oh, Blackened, no, my friend! He sold it too late! Not like this. Oh my lord, that is bad news. He was so distracted by the medium tank. He's basically pulling the same play that stage magicians usually pull, and at the same time simultaneously reaching here. Yeah, this was a concerted push on 3 angles, completely dismantling everything. Okay, it just came apart like a house of cards here for Blackened. It was just like, you're in control of the game. But you're not. Not any longer. Holy smokes. Losing 2 harvesters, losing the main MCV, having a base push to contend with in your own main base now. This is just going from bad to worse. What a surgical strike. Even with all that, even with the army killed being relatively even, there's just nothing left to do here. Blackened has no shot at remedying the situation at all. Cover Despro would just sell off. It's completely fine. Look at the shell of a base, the empty husk of a base that Blackened is reduced to in this game. Oh. No way, he managed to get a counter? He managed to get a counter ninja engineering. Problem is it was a bit too late. Oh, but are you kidding me? Blackened manages to recapture his Conyard. What a slip of attention here. Are you kidding me? This game's still not over? No, I think it should be though, because there is now a push. There's also artilleries, by the way. So, off the back of this, Blackened's Despro somehow managed to take to tier 2. What a game! Are you actually kidding me? Oh, is the helicopter crash? That would have been the perfect storm in a disaster movie. Helicopter crash killing an ore truck. But alas, he's on tier 3 now. He's lost his entire eco lines as well. He's on 5 mining harvesters, so it's not, econ is not too bad for him. Tanya's out. This would be the situation to go for a helitrans, aka a Chinook. I would say helitrans because it's called the helitrans in the German version. They used some... Oh, she got crushed almost immediately. Rip Tanya. That was not a very efficient unit. Radadome is out for Blackened, but it is unpowered. Oh, this detachment has managed to get another kill. Where does that leave us? 4 harvesters, 1 derrick, so yeah, Despro firmly ahead in econ. And but more crucially, he's got a base and he's got tech, plus he's got an expansion as well. What a wild first game. This is completely wild. This is the wonkiest game I've seen in 2022. Good sir. This is very entertaining. I'm enjoying this a great deal more than I should probably. Honestly, this would be a game for for longbows as well. He's going for radar jammers, that's so smart. Radar jammers are generally already pretty good, but then you add to the mix that that your opponent has barely any armor, and radar jammers become just a trump card. Nice. Gets the snipes on the rockets. And now just needs to inch his way forward with Tanya. Yeah, needs to kill the artillery. Perfect. Oh, Tanya's time to shine. Rise and shine. Oh, anti-air gun. Gets the kill on one of the helicopters, so it's completely fine. But Tanya's already shaved off so much infantry here. I doubt there's much left to do. Oh, the engineer. By the way, this was the one engineer that actually captured the Conyard. So this guy is a true working class hero. Deserves I guess the Jeremy Corbyn medal. Good man, good man. He's trying again. What's he going for? War Factory? Tech Center would be good. Okay. In comes Tanya. In comes a push with Tanya. Oh, what a hit. Radar jammer waiting in the back wings. Really smart move. Great army movement, and Tanya is still safely netted. Oh, the walls! Yeah, that is a good move, except it wasn't placed properly. I think he didn't have any space to place the walls properly. Did he wall her in? Yeah. So this is a bug. 1-0 up for Despro, but I just want to highlight this here. This is a bug. If you place a wall tile just as an infantry moves in, you can trap the infantry. This Tanya can now not move any longer. You can't really force fire kill her unless you kill the concrete wall as well. So that was a really nice attempt at salvaging the situation from Blackened. What a wild game here. Yeah, Tanya can't shoot all walls, so that was a really good call from Blackened. Also, trapping her here was insane. Intended or not, 10 out of 10. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time for game number 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And for game number 2, we're finding ourselves in the vast expanses of Anthral version 2. I swear, these maps just keep on coming. I haven't seen this map played throughout the entire season. Let's disable Shroud and take a nice look. 2 comm centers, 2 forward commands. Interesting map layout because you can get some little nice forward outposts here. And you can also get some good line of sight. What about the tech structures? That's just decorative oil pumps. Those are complementary, not the real deal. And oil derricks in the back lines, relatively safe and easy to take. Only 2 derricks, 1 per player. And obviously the windmill gives you a production bonus. Excuse me. Really hoarse. I've been running the entire week. Right, let's get back into the news. Forward command is that even a big target to capture? I feel like it's not that important. Because the build radius it gives is relatively small, so maybe this area, not even. Yeah, something like this. So, not the most consequential. You can honestly circumnavigate that. And the expansion slots, 1 to the left, 1 to the top left, as well as a juicy double spot, but where the ore can't grow properly, just beneath or above the bases. Interesting layout. This feels a bit... Oh! Force fire, that's super close to the NG. I think, yeah, he's gonna get it regardless, but that was super close to sniping an NG. So, this looks like a little bit like a tower defense lane, you know, defense of the ages or something, because of the lane structure. This is the mid lane. Jungle, top lane. Jungle, bottom lane. Yeah, kind of makes sense, kind of works out. And you get some nice forward outposts and scouting information. Let's check the production rates. Yeah, it's not that big. Just like, I think, 8 tiles, 8-ish, at a radius. Double refinery, what else could it be? It is not a proxy spawn map, or not a close spawn map, so I feel like this could be War Factory opener here as well. Just a matter of preference. Personally, I enjoy getting steamrolled off playing a War Factory first build against people like Despro. just a matter of personal preference. That is a risky move, a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out, how it plays out. Actually works for now. Surprisingly, Blackened hasn't readied a field defense. Pro tip, if you're playing on a map with a forward command, I would recommend you keeping one at the ready, because sometimes, like on this map it's not too consequential, but there are maps where it's super important. For example, the Great Divide by So Scared. That is a map where getting the first expansion requires you to capture the FCOM. And your opponent pressuring the FCOM can lead to you being set super far behind. So that's a map where I would honestly just prepare a field defense. In this case though, Blackened not being wise to this, or just not caring about the FCOM all too much. At least he gets his oil derrick. Are we gonna see any Ninjaneer action this time around? He takes his Baxis Conyer that we had last game. That was a very interesting play. Okay, tit for tat. The Ranger and the detachment are going to Ooh, they've got line of sight. Buddy! That was a big mistake. Also losing the rockets early on. Oh my goodness. He's hard committing into the what's it called? Not FCOM, the communications center. Huh, that was not worth it. Not in the slightest. Yep, again, Despro up with a solid lead in the early game. So I think Blackened just forgot that this gives you so much line of sight. He was fighting with line of sight disadvantage despite the Ranger, so he was using the Ranger to scout and to tank a little too much. Lost the engagement off of it. Now Despro is the one with the light vehicle. Blackened is going for a light tank again, so he's going Ranger, light tank, medium tank, and then... Huh. That's a pressure build. Problem is, you need to apply pressure. And if you lose your early engagements, the pressure ain't gonna do much. Oh wow. Ranger, light tank, double medium tank into MCV. No. Wait a sec. Into MCV skip. That is a one base all in. I ain't seeing the bell, no bell here. Yeah, I'm not seeing an MCV from Blackened. This is a hyper all-in build. He doesn't have... Oh my goodness. He does not have an expansion line here. He's banking off getting so much pressure on the map that he can survive off his 3 mines here. But where's he going from there? He's just gonna get outscaled really hard if he doesn't kill Despro outright. And I feel like that's not bound to happen. Not very likely at the moment. Ninjaneer. You know, a Ninjaneer can be lethal. If he manages to lock down production, that's it. That's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, there's a sizable number of tanks, that's fine. Holy smoke. Okay, he's going for an MCV now. Did you forget about it? No. You can't just simply forget about your MCV like this. That's not what pro players do, and Blackened certainly is a veteran. He knows his ways in OpenRA. So that build has been crafted with an idea in mind. Unfortunately, this detachment has been revealed. Could have been a nice flank, but ends up just giving away the position. And there's already an expansion out here with primary barracks rally point from Despro. So he's building forward mechanic, alright. I like the inclusion of mechanics, it's so useful. Not only getting your army patched up when they're idle, but also recapturing husks at a whim. That is one of the biggest perks of this. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky little detachment, but someone knows. Despro knows. Oh no. This detachment is completely forfeit. Let's see how he's managing to trade. Thus far, relatively poorly. Yeah, he only killed 1 medium. Ouch. Okay, there's still a scary auxiliary army. 1 rocket soldier of Blackened being just parked in their fort. That's always a nice little tactic I enjoy. Makes your opponent really uneasy even if it doesn't kill the harvester outright. Just applies some pressure. Despro also patching up his heavily wounded tanks, so no losses there. And combat tab is gonna speak for itself. 8.3k over 3k, and This just looks imbalanced. This just looks like it's a crazy skill disparity. It's just Blackened is a really good player. He has stomped so many of his opposition in Season 12, so don't forget that. He is incredibly skilled. It's just that Despro is just appears to be on a level above everybody else at the present time. Radar Dome transition from Blackened super early, given his state of the game. Problem is, Despro is so ahead that he was able to go tech anyway. Nothing's been built at the FCOM. I would at least build a barracks and one field defense just to have a nice little scouting outpost. Scouting post, if you will. Okay, so that's the first good engagement here for this for Blackened. Despro's ambush has been cancelled. So this ambush ain't gonna happen anymore. On the top side though, Despro pressuring the expansion lines and not committing to the harvesters. That's interesting. He has not killed anything of relevance just yet here. Oh, Blackened is going for a tech center prop. Despro is completely dead even here. Despro also has a massive economy lead. Of course, because he had an expansion, his concave is superior. Massively superior. Oh my goodness, this just looks like a slaughter. There is maybe one rocket, yeah, there's a single rocket soldier left here. But with that out of the way, the tank lines are also sort of crumbling. It's only rifles from here on out. This is gonna start turning into a massacre. Into bloody Valentine's Day something. Oh, that was brutal. Yep, Despro not overcommitting. Just trading off the army. Oh my goodness. It's sort of evened out. And Blackened still has an army on the southern perimeter. All depends on Tanya, but she is back home. Defending the motherland. France and Germany respectively, by the way. Didn't go over the factions all that much. Blackened with a little push, but there's a Tanya. My goodness, at that point you just cannot go for a push anymore. You always have to expect that there is going to be a Tanya somewhere in the mix. She's being healed so much. I was trying to crush. Nope, nope. All aboard the nope train almost immediately. Yeah, Blackened's army has been dwindling, let's put it that way. That is a very generous way of putting it. Putting on the hurt here. Yikes. There's just no... Oh, Tanya picking off the infantry. The only true sniper unit OpenRA really needs. Supported by a radar jammer and a mechanic that's pretty much a full-fledged army for Despro. Oh no. Pew 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 pew. Yep. That's just about it. Okay, in comes the Black Hawk. From Blackened is gonna be able to put an end to these shenanigans. Let's see. Can he out-heal Black Hawk? Nope. Tanya out of position here. Man, the Zooks they track so far. That was a good snipe. Does it change anything though? Blackened is on more harvesters. He also has... He is behind, but he hasn't lost by a long shot just yet. Oh, longbow. The slick little model here. And the phase transport for Despro. Hell yeah, we're seeing the entire tech tree again. I mean, that's at that point, it's almost to be expected from Despro to go for a different new strat pretty much every game. The phase transport, by the way, is not that effective against the one base build. Reason being that phase transports excel at just sniping structures that are unguarded, and if your opponent has one single base, then it's super hard to draw their attention away from it. But with multiple bases, ooh, why is it still uncloaked? What the hell? Good thing the Zooks can't track for shit on the ground. Okay. Top side. Little push from Blackened, but artillery into the center of mass, and people have gotten so good at this, finding flanks on the artillery. It's really beautifully played here. Blackened's infantry turning into red mist on the southern perimeter. push with the Radar Jammer. How do you stop this? Counter Tanya, that's how you stop it. Alright, that's fair. Radar Jammers can't crush, by the way. There's a little PSA. They are treaded vehicles, and as such...
Satellite terminated.
Okay, there's a satellite. Nice. Blackened's longbow sniping out some artilleries here and there. So, this is actually evened out fairly well for Blackened. He has a shot. Both players are in tier 3.
Terminated.
Both players have some stable-ish economy. Blackened has a veteran Tanya, that's all he needs really. I think it's just the cash flow that is so bad. He hasn't taken this base just yet, and is probably gonna fall prey to this push here. So, valiant effort, but I fear for him right now. Tanya going to the completely wrong corner of the map. Oh, longbows are going harvester hunting as well, yeah. That's bound to happen in a one base build, because oh! There's the anti-air gun. Trying to intercept. Oh, nice. Well played. Well played, Blackened. Catching 2 longbows off guard. That's an expensive loss. Tanya's getting healed. Oh, okay, she dies. That was big. Killing off Tanya here. Probably the saving grace. MCV is running. For the time being. That's still a scary army, though. What is he gonna pop out? Yep, that's an anti-air gun. Selling off, that was probably the best course of action. But he's gonna lose his expansion for this. So, at the end of the day, still a big win for Despro. Nice. Longbow doing a good job sniping out all the tanks. Last one getting finished off by a Zook. Now it becomes really hard. It's all about those harvester snipes. But I feel Despro has it in the bag because there is no way that Blackened is going to reclaim this expansion in time. So, tough luck. He's got a Radar Jammer though. So, have you ever seen Radar Jammers on both sides? Little siege situation happening. I think the jammer radius is just barely enough here. Yep. Oh no. Chrono tanks for Blackened. Oh no, it's chrono tanks. Chrono tanks have 2 issues. No anti-air, and they get hard countered by mobile Radar Jammers. It's so great to see Blackened going for these tank plays. It's just unfortunate that this is the completely wrong time. There's Radar Jammers on the ground, there's Blackhawks in the air, that's all we really need. And the infantry isn't that... Like, the infantry core isn't that crazy just yet. Against the dense infantry core, chrono tanks are insane. Man. Tanya being loaded up into the phase transport yet again. Topside we're seeing... that's a scary army. 1 artillery in position, as well as Tanya in a phase though, so... It all boils down to Tanya versus Tanya, mano y mano. Little Mexican standoff for the 2. The longbows. Longbow v longbow. That's hilarious. No! Oh my goodness. You know what happened there? Did you see this? Did this actually happen? I've never seen this happen before. So just Despro's black or longbow got the killing blow by a nanosecond, and the rank up gives you 5% bonus health immediately, and that actually saved the life of the longbow. That is insane. That was a little bit of luck here, to be honest. It was just that his longbow fired first. Wow, that immediate 5% health on rank up, making all the difference here. Holy smokes, I've never seen this before. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening in this series that I've never seen before. This is absolutely mad. Alright, on to game 3.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Battle control initialized indeed. This is a map that I recognize. Solid Valleys. I've been thoroughly beaten by Blackened in, I think, 4 minutes straight. Because I went War Factory first. Surprise, surprise. I also managed to take the Naval Yard and go for the gem mines. And that didn't work out. I was fortifying this position with pretty much everything I had in terms of base defenses, and then all of a sudden my opponent goes for a ground push on my side of the map on the main base, and there was nothing here to stop him. That was an unfortunate game. Alright, cool. We're about to see whether Blackened is gonna be doing better against Despro here. Because so far, it's a 2-0. And yeah, I have to state this again, Blackened is a really good player. Despro is just on another level at the time present. I don't know what it is about him, he's just... I honestly don't know much about his background. It would be super interesting to have him on for maybe an interview or something. Would be curious to see what type of RTA's background is coming from. Because I've stated this before, but it feels like he's trying to innovate and not play meta, but play something that actually is entertaining as well as making just use of every tool in the utility belt of OpenRA. And that is something I really appreciate. Trying to find the engineer, but this time Blackened has gone for engineer earlier. So at least he gets a nice little read of the base. He's got to be seeing the double ref. Could maybe put some damage on the power plant via the barrels. Do a bell roll. See some skirmishes. Oh. Nope. No barrel shenanigans. Oh, I know what Blackened is doing here. He's trying to play extra safe, kill off the wire fence, and then capture this from behind, such as to avoid your engineer being sniped. Despro has an inkling though. He knows where the engineer is supposed to be at this time. A little bit of infantry to the middle, a couple medics in the mix. And Despro is actually going for an oil derrick grab. Huh, no, he's going, never mind, he's going for the gem mine at FCOM. As we've established previously, this can backfire horribly if you don't have the assets to defend on one side, but oh my lord. Blackened going to double ref radar though, that's a build. Let's just put it that way. Oh, that's a okay Chinook, that's smart though. It's gonna get revealed. Oh, barely not. Let's see. Despro. Nope. Despro's not seen this yet. He just sees the mass barracks. Oh no. He's been flying by this little scout though. So he knows about what's inbound here. Light tank from Despro killing off the entire army. I honestly don't know why Blackened felt the need to pressure here. Pill for one rifle. Yep, that was a bait and rifle. Bait and switch. And we're seeing both players taking their FCOMs and probably gonna be working on the gem mines almost immediately. Because those are, unlike in the other map, those are actual gem mines. This is an insane value proposition. But it's very close to your opponent, so always at risk at being sniped by infantry or just being dropped by a couple tanks, you know. Hard to defend, really. Oh, tank from Despro is not going to be getting the power plant. He did, I think I did see... Wait. Despro, yeah, Despro saw the radar dome. He must have had an inkling before anyway. But now he is absolutely certain. Yeah. And with that, where does that leave us? Economy-wise, 23k over 19k despite not that much blood being exchanged yet. The earnings are going to be spiking hard. Oh, Despro going double War Factory again. That's double War Factory wind up toy build. The RC controls are producing on full blast. I like that idea because your opponent doesn't have critical mass just yet. And it's really good against the Blackhawks. I like that idea. It's pretty good. The scouting detachment ain't gonna be reporting home anytime soon. So a nice little catch. No damage on them just yet. I like that this has become so unconventional. Oh, Blackened is blocking his own radar. He's blocking his own helipad. Emptying the ammo base just for funsies. What can we do with the Chinook? Oh! Oh! Blackened managed to capture the FCOM. That is huge. That's an absolutely colossal deal. He needs to honestly just build something that can kill the Harvester, because this is still a mining base for now. Is he gonna be wise to this? There are still no defenses here from Blackened either. Are we gonna be seeing another swap? Nope. Doesn't appear to be the case. Engineer has done his job, so completely fine here. Maybe transferring 1 or 2 Harvesters would be just so juicy. Yeah, Blackened needs to work on a refinery, or just transfer a Harvester over here. Stat. Oh, he's gonna be in for a lot of trouble though. In come the wind-up toys. Oh, they're wreaking havoc in the infantry lines. They are just waltzing all over Blackened here. Oh my lord. This hits so hard if you're not prepared. He was actually in a decent position before this. Look at that. My goodness. Front lines are starting to crumble though, so still not enough. There is still enough left here. Helicopters. Oh, they're all empty. All the ammo bays are empty. Are you kidding me? He's probably trying, yeah. He's trying to crash land. Wait, he's killed all the rockets? There's no more reliable way of getting to crash land. Alright. Well, he has held. Somehow. Somewhat. He isn't dead just yet. Oh, this is brutal. Ah, don't let them land. Alright, loses a Black Hawk here for nothing as well. So, combat tab. It's fairly even. Even the transport is just ready to pick up a gem-loaded ore truck. Pretty big deal if you ask me. Oof. Okay, let's check the economy. There is 29k for Blackened and 27k for Despro. So it's looking good for Blackened. It's the first time in ages that he's had a lead. That was genius, just reclaiming the FCOM. So basically his Radadome build has paid off big dividends. I like that. So this is gonna be light tank builds, huh? It's gonna be like this, it's gonna be one of those games. Holy shit. Yeah, he needs a refinery here. That is honestly the one thing holding him back. It's coming online very shortly, and Despro is going for a counter radar though. He's got an expansion out though, so he's gonna start pumping out artilleries probably. The Micro from Blackened, relatively clean here. Gets the snipes on all the rockets. Yeah, it's looking decent for him. Except for the lack of an expo, but his assets are completely fine, and if you transfer, yeah, he's gonna be having some gem income. He's gonna be huffing that good stuff now. No more huffing super glue behind the parking lot. This is cocaine straight off the MasterCard. Hell yeah, bring it on. Alright, Techie's doing their best to stop the ore truck. Ah, that's so annoying. He's parking his ore truck in the handicapped spot. Good luck getting that one out of there. Yeah, needs a turret or something. Blackened's econ should skyrocket as soon as he kills that ore truck. He's going for a spy. 4 spies? Excuse me? What the actual fuck is his plan here? I have no clue. I have not the faintest inkling. Because there's not that much cash here. Is he maybe just gonna try and perma-power lock him or something? Huh. That is a very peculiar build. That's straight up 4 spies. It's fairly cheap as England. It's 1k. 1k's worth of credits. Alright, there's that 1 artillery. There used to be that 1 artillery. Oh, nice flank here. Beautiful. Shaves off most of the anti-tank. That was a brilliant move from Blackened. I've gotta say, Blackened stepping it up big time here, playing on fire, but there's so much left. I feel it's still too much of a front line to actually push through. Yeah, starting to look like it. Front lines have mostly vanished. There is one last medium tank here. Okay, spies. Was he expecting him to float? What was the plan here? Despro was completely broke up. I feel that was a misread from Black, and maybe he thought that the Despro was floating hardcore after having the gem mines. But that was certainly not the case. So whatever those spies did, it was not too effective. Let's check the armies. Ooh, the army graph has plummeted. Completely plummeted. It's looking so good for Blackened. This is looking like a game that they can definitely take off of Despro here. Awesome. Oh no, we just found out about this now. This is still blocked. Trying to get the snipe on the radar dome, that was very expensive. And wildly unsuccessful as well. Yikes. But he does have an army. Standing army is a little bit larger for Despro though, mainly thanks to his artillery in the back lines. Plus, he's got enough rockets to ward off this tank push. Heal me, heal me! Okay, he lost his eyes in the sky, so that's good. But the rockets are going to be able to hightail it out of there. And they certainly have to. Oh, he went for the production perk. That's a really good call. 5% on all infantry stats, or at least 5% on damage and health, if we're being precise about it. Yeah, that's why that one rifle was immediately vetted as soon as it parachuted down. Gets to take his valor with him when parachuting down. That was a good move from Blackened. I feel like he's stepping up, so he's stepping up big time. Game number 3, definitely showcasing what he can do. Finally manages to establish his eco lines there. That was about high time. Patching up this Blackhawk as well. Looking good. There's a turret push going on somewhere. Fairly scary army, but it's mostly tanks. And enough rockets are in the mix for Blackened. Blackened is going to be able to... Ooh, the Raider Jammer is coming in. Wait, tier 3 is already unlocked. Man, that's such a desperate move here. It's like, I see your tech rush, and I counter it with a tier 3 rush. That hits the field way harder and way earlier. Oh, a mobile gap generator. That's so annoying. Oh, that's brilliant. He just saw that the pillbox had been popped down. That means there's like 20 seconds of no anti-air. Oh, kill the artillery. Yep, thank you. Thank you, good sir. Black also himself is going for like the 4th or 5th war factory. The Raider Jammer is doing God's work here. Tanya has killed a lot of infantry as well. Raider Jammer going down. Gap generator going down. Oh, this crash. Oh no. Artilleries are still alive for the time being, but there is so much shit coming their way. Yeah, that's the longbow. Longbow picking off 3 artilleries to boot. What a start for this longbow here. Can maybe split the missiles. Oh, he split the missiles. Beautiful. Completely dismantles this army. Ooh, and a nice tank flank here. Gets to kill a longbow. No, sorry, a Blackhawk on the path. But still a really scary army. 5 Blackhawks. 6th almost online. He's losing more and more real estate, so Despro definitely making up grounds. One more ore truck on each one of these would be enough to saturate the income and fully fund Blackened's war efforts, but for the time being he's on 4 harvesters. Gotta consider 2 of these are gem harvesters, so it's like more like 6 harvesters probably. But still, the better income is in Despro, is is what Despro's got going for him. Base push now as well. That's a one base build, let's not forget. Anti-air gun has been spotted. He needs to single out the anti-air gun. Because as soon as the base crawl starts, that's when you start losing. Oh, longbows. 3 down. 4 down. Kills Tanya, but at what cost? What did it cost? Everything. Man, the longbow is making such a big difference here. Despro, has he managed to turn it around yet again? The madman. No way. He is now the one applying pressure on the doorstep, Blackened. And we're 16 minutes deep and I can't call this game just yet. It's looking better and better for Blackened though. Usually you guard Tanya with some medics, you know, this Tanya has got some supplemental civilians, some techies. It's like a Silicon Valley Tanya being shepherded by some tech bros. That's an interesting combination here. Artillery crawl. Oh, the artillery crawl is on. He needs anti-air though. Oh, good lord.
Satellite
As soon as the longbow starts. Satellite for who? Let's see. Yeah, that is not the satellite from Blackened. That is Despro. Getting all the intel. Oh no, you can't see it as an observer, huh? But given the fact that those artilleries are just flailing their shots around, it's looking like it's Despro's artillery, Despro's satellite. You need anti-air guns, my friend. You need them so desperately. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Goodness, those longbows. 4 artilleries getting killed for naught. Blackened slipping up in the anti-air department here. 3 harvesters remaining. It's starting to turn around here, huh? My top, oh god. Army top, fairly impressive. Yep, he's been spiking hard. Spiking harder than Cosby's Drake's being spiked. That's a bit brutal. He's trying to push into this ravine. That's gonna be a tough order. Man, most of the ore here hasn't even been captured. But look at the map. It is probably like 70% Despro. Yeah, Blackened being backed into a corner. And he still hasn't managed to saturate these ore mines. This is probably his downfall. The gems could have provided him with so much income. Ah, it's starting to look like the beginning of the end. Oh no, the tech center. So no chance. As soon as this gets sniped, there is no more chance of a counter satellite, no more chance of longbows. Because good counter to longbows is the longbows of your own. Just FYI. Artilleries, oh good lord, this one artillery has inflicted a lot of pain onto Blackened. Veterans 2 for now. That's only bound to increase with every single kill. Pillbox down. Mechanic down. Rocket soldiers probably gonna die to AoE at some point. Tanya, he's playing it so smart with Tanya, he's never overcommitting. He's always just sending Tanya, you know, a little bit to the corners to protect against flanks. But he's never fully committing with Tanya. And there is mechanics in the backlines repairing the tanks up. Super, super smart and methodical play. Wait, these guys are still alive. They killed an ore refinery somehow. They also killed the power plant barrels. Alright, good old barrel bomb trick. Man, it was looking so good for Blackened. What happened? It was just him losing all his artilleries to a single longbow incursion. I feel like he had this. Blackened, my friend. What a shame. In the immortal words of JC Denton, what a shame. Man, what a series. This is a clean 3-0 sweep. I think that is the last game, so with that out of the way, what can I say? Congratulations to Mr. Despro. Despro has been completely in control. Well, not in Game 3, but throughout the entire season. He's just been so dominant. He's just been an absolute force of nature. And I really want to congratulate him for taking over the prize money of whatever the hell, how much prize money we're having this season. But also, I want to highlight Blackened has just absolutely demolished everyone else as well in the standings, so really kudos to him. It's just that even the best can't stand up to Despro right now. He is just so ahead. This was absolutely savage, and I really have to say, like, you have to agree that every single game was different. No meta game has been produced in this series at all. Even Blackened was switching it up a lot with his pressure builds, going one light tank into 3 mediums into expansion. That was interesting, but didn't really pay off. But man, we've seen so many tactics. Also the reverse Ninja 2 times over. That was hilarious. That was comedy gold. Good thing I caught that on camera. Yeah, we've also seen the entire tech tree. I feel like OpenRA has just gotten so much more exciting as a spectator sport again. So these players have injected a healthy dose of unpredictability into the formula of OpenRA, and that's something I absolutely appreciate. This has been an insane series, an insane season. I'm looking forward to season 13. I'm looking forward to participating and getting demolished. And thanks to all the players. And I'm gonna be establishing my battle station here. I also already have a laptop, no, not a laptop, sorry, a computer in mind that I'm gonna be purchasing. It's almost $4,000, so that's a pretty strong machine that I'm eyeballing. I'm probably gonna be delivered over the next months. It's just that the move has been crazy expensive, you know, just moving the entire stuff, my entire life, uprooting it and moving cross country. Plus, we also had to get a car because in Vienna you don't need a car. And yeah, here on the countryside you certainly do, because public transport is hot garbage. But with that out of the way, we are going to be in for a wild ride. There's Shadow Paradise on the horizon as soon as I've got my battle station set up. And I'm also going to be improving the background here as well, because that is not something I'm confident with doing the entire time. It's just green cloth. Yeah, exciting times. Exciting times to be an OpenRA fan as well. Let's look forward to season 13. With that, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with a regular cast for a change. 5 aces, out.
Battle control terminated.